Good day, everyone. Good day, HE and then ICT. So for today, we're already in our chapter 11, Business Modeling, Lesson 1. So we're going to talk about business concept and models. So before we proceed to our lesson, so here are some questions. So does your proposed product or service follow a particular business model? Yan, so yung na-propose nyo bang business or yung naisip nyo bang business ay may sinusunod na business model. So later on, we'll know ano-ano ba yung mga nasa list no, ng mga business model. So at the end of this discussion, we have the following learning objective. So first, we should be able to create business concepts and we should be able to create models for the proposed product or service. So, activity muna tayo, no? Yan. So, choose one business establishment that you know well. Make a quick recall or research about its background and start up. Then, answer the following questions. So, may naiisip ba kayong business establishments na siguro mga favorite brands natin, no? And then, mag-research tayo kung paano siya naging successful, ano yung mga background niya, simula nung nag-start yung business hanggang sa maging successful na siya. Okay. So yun, isa sa mga naiisip kong business, ayun. Pero ito naman, hindi naman siya ganun kasikat, pero at least alam ko tong business na to. Ayun, isa siyang cosmetic na business. And then, nag-start ata siya ng, ayun, according to the owner, nag-start siya ng magbenta during the pandemic, no? So, ang reason kung bakit niya na-create or bakit cosmetic yung napili niyang product na ibenta, it's because mahilig talaga siya sa makeup. Ever since nung nag-aaral pa lang siya or high school yan, mahilig siya sa makeup. And then, nung pandemic, ayun, since kailangan niya ng additional na income for her family, so yun, nagbenta siya ng cosmetic. And then, yun, gumamit lang siya ng mga marketing strategy on how to promote her products. And then, nag-click naman yung product niya. So yun, hanggang ngayon, parang last 2020 ata, in 2020 up to now, marami pa rin naman bumibili nung products niya or yung cosmetic product niya. Yan, so, ayan, how did the owner come up with his or her business idea? Ayan, maybe yung mga habits natin, yung mga hilig natin, no? Yan, what were the steps the business owner took to turn his or her idea into reality? Yan, siguro unang step is mag-research tayo, no? Ayan, and then siguro magkaroon tayo ng courage na i-put talaga siya into reality. Yan. Yan. Siguro yon yung unang step din is yung tamang mindset, no? How do entrepreneurs create a structure to visualize their ideas for business? Ayan, yan, ano kaya yung mga type din ng mga structure, no? Yan, kung anong klaseng structure yung, yung para ma-visualize natin yung mga ideas natin. So, what is business concept? Business concept is a foundation idea that describes the reason for the existence of a business entity. Yan, foundation idea that describes the reason for the existence of the business entity. Yan. Next is it intends to provide meaningful direction for processing a business plan and launching a firm. It also clearly identifies the key terms and basic information required to build a profitable business. Yan. So, yung business concept, yan, nagbibigay yan ng direction. Yan, for the processing of business plan and launching of firm. Yan, and paano siya magiging profitable, paano siya magiging stable. Ayun, ito yung mga elements na kailangan nating malaman for the business concept. First is the features. An entrepreneur must describe the specification of the product or service. It is important to choose strategic words that will catch the attention of potential customers. So first, ayan, ano nga ba yung pinagkaiba ng product mo, no, sa other product or service? So ever since, yan, sinasabi ko na magkaroon dapat ng uniqueness yung product natin or yung services na in-offer natin. Yan. Another way is to choose strategic words para makatch natin yung attention ng mga buyers natin or yung mga potential customer natin. Next is the benefits. In describing the benefits of the product or service, it should clearly discuss the solution the business can provide. Think of benefits as a way to ease the pain and problems of the customer. Yun, syempre, kaya rin tayo nag-create ng product. It is for the benefit of the customer, not only for the sake of the maximization of the wealth or the profit or the income or sales. It is also for the benefit of the customer. Kaya tayo nag-iisip ng business, it's because may nakita tayong pangangailangan ng mga customer natin. Yan. A business concept is composed of a few sentences and is not more than one page. It is different from a business plan, which is more extensive document. Yan. So, ang pinagkaiba ng concept sa plan, yung plan kasi detailed, no? Detailed from the first process up to the, from the first process up to the assessments, ayan, and then yung mga future goals natin. While the business concept, ano lang naman siya, parang few sentences lang naman siya and dapat hindi siya lalagpas ng one page. And so for example ng business concept, so product name, calories watch, product description, a watch designed to track the number of calories burned during an exercise routine. So, itong business concept, pwede natin siyang makita din sa mga piece natin, yung mga product place, process, price, and etc. No? Pero mas makikita natin siya sa mga product natin. Yan, meron tayong product name and then the product description. And then for the business concept, Calories Watch is a mobile application designed for fitness enthusiasts to help track their progress during their training. The application measures the number of calories burned using an innovative circulation method that no other application can provide. So ito, pwede na natin itong makita sa product description or dun sa product name natin. So under nun, pwede pa tayong maglagay ng business concept natin. So how do businesses create and deliver value for themselves and their customers? So yun, paano nga ba tayo makakapag-create ng value, no? Hindi lang para sa business itself, but also for their customers. Yes. For the business model, it is a conceptual structure that explains how a business operates and intends to achieve its goals. All business processes and policies that the firm adopts and follows are part of a business model. Ayan, so may mga conceptual structure din tayo na pwedeng sundin na or pwede natin maging guide kung paano mag-operate and para ma-achieve natin yung mga goals natin. And yung mga policies natin and the mga processes na pwede natin i-adopt is part lang siya ng business model. And so, ayan, here are the types of business model. First is the manufacturing business model, transform raw materials into finished product. So, yung mga gas and then yung mga ABM, for sure alam nila to, no? Yung mga types ng mga business structure na tinatawag, no? Yan. So, first is the manufacturing. Pag manufacturing raw materials into finished goods. Yan. Yung mga businesses na nagtatransform ng raw materials into finished goods, ang tawag sa kanila, manufacturing. So, for example, yung mga Unilever, mga San Miguel, ayan. So, may mga supplier muna sila ng raw materials, no? And then, i-transform nila ito into finished good. First is the distributorship. Distributor purchases products from manufacturers and sells them to the retailers or the public. Yeah, so from the manufacturers, yan, nagpa-purchase yung mga distributor natin, and then isa-sell nila to or ibibenta nila to sa mga retailers. Yun, yung mga retailers naman, sila yun yung mga nagbebenta ng mga tingi-tingi naman sa public. Or pwede rin naman siyang diretso sa public na. Next is the retail business, engaged in selling directly to the public after buying the products from a distributor or wholesaler. Yan. For example, yung mga maliliit na sari-sari store, yan, kung nabili nila ng wholesale yun, pwede nilang ibenta ng tingi-tingi. Franchise model, engaged in using the parent business model instead of creating new product. It may be manufacturer or distributor or retailer. So yun, alam naman natin kung ano yung mga franchise, no? For example, instead na mag-isip ka ng mga panibagong new restaurant, new fast food restaurant, pwede ka naman mag-franchise na lang ng Jollibee, no? Or McDo. And brick and mortar, it is traditional business model where manufacturers, wholesalers, and retailers deal with the customer personally in an office, shop, or store that the business owns or rent. Yan. So, meron silang sariling office or shop. While yung e-commerce naman, business model that upgraded version of brick and mortar. So, yung brick and mortar, meron silang physical store. While yung e-commerce naman, like yung Shopee, Lazada, ayan, through online or internet na yung store nila. Bricks and clicks business model has both online and offline presence. It allows the customer to place an order online and pick up the items in the physical store. So yun, combination siya ng online and then offline. And so for example, ng brick and clicks business model. Yeah, pwede siyang milk tea, pwede ka mag-online, pwede kang mag-order online and then pick up mo na lang. Actually, yung Starbucks din ganun. Meron na din silang marketing strategy na pwede kang mag-order in advance. So, pagdating mo ng store na hindi mo na kailangan pumila, no? Ayan. So, elements of strong business model, specific market. Yan, again, sinasabi ko na dapat meron tayong specific target market para yung ideas natin, yung products natin, or yung feature ng products natin naka-design para dun sa specific group na yon. Kasi pag whole group or marami tayong target market, masyadong general, maaring sabog yung product natin. Kasi hindi natin alam kung paano siya i-design kasi ang daming nating priority. Business processes. Before the business operates, the entrepreneur should have an understanding of the activities required to make the business model work. Determine the key business activities by identifying the core aspect of the business offerings. So yun, bago tayo mag-operate, no, kailangan muna nating magkaroon ng documentation ng processes natin, no, from the first step to the last step. So yun, dun sa business plan natin, meron tayong part dun no chapter 3. Chapter 3 ng business plan, which is the process. Yan, pwede tayong maglagay dun ng step by step on how to operate the business or kung paano tayo aasikaso ng mga customer natin, no? Mula pagpapasok nila ng pinto hanggang pagkalabas. Key business resources. Yan, record essential business resources to ensure that the business model is adequately prepared and sustain the needs of the organization. So yun, i-make sure na lang natin na lahat ng bagay about our business is naka-document ng maayos. Strong value proposition. A strong value proposition establishes what the business offers and determines why the business is better than its competitors. And so we have already discussed this from our last chapters. Key business partners. When creating a business model, the entrepreneur should also identify key partners who will contribute to the ability of the business to serve the customer. So yun, isa sa mga key business partners natin ay yung mga employees din natin, no? Yung mga katulong natin sa business natin. So pwedeng yung mga waiter natin, yung mga waitress natin, yung mga service crew, yung mga janitor at janitress natin, yan, mga key business partners natin. And we should treat them as our partners, hindi lang basta empleyado lang. Kasi without them, hindi natin ma-stable or hindi natin ma-achieve yung mga goals natin without our partners. Okay, next is the demand generation strategy. The entrepreneur needs a strategy that builds the interest of the consumer and that is designed to close sales. Consider how customer find the business and become aware of the brand. Ayan, so ito part naman siya ng work din ng mga marketing natin, no? Kung paano mabibuild yung interest, yung confidence ng mga consumers, yan, and then kung paano nila mako-close yung deal. Innovation, it is important to plan for innovation. Do not think that the initial plan is enough. Review the business model to ensure that it will meet the ongoing needs of the consumer, especially nowadays na bubus na or mas nagiging high-tech na yung mga technologies natin, no? And then, kailangan maka-adapt agad-agad yung mga businesses or else baka magsara yung business natin. And innovation also being creative and thinking of ways on how to minimize the steps, on how to um, improve the quality. Ayun yung mga types din ng mga innovation. So keeping these 7 elements in mind will lead the creation of a solid business plan which will result in startup success. Yan, so dapat isa puso yung 7 elements na yan. So we have the following activities in this chapter or in this lesson so we can check the Quipper if you want to expand pa yung mga ideas nyo in this lesson. So we have the following activities. And so yun, we can explain business concept, business model, manufacturing, distributorship, brick and mortar, yan, with our own words, no? Yan.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. So we're done with chapter 10, 4 M's, the machine, manpower, method, um, and etc. So today we're going to discuss chapter 11 and chapter 12, the financial forecasting um, financial forecasting and business modeling. So before I start the financial forecasting, let's have a few discussion regarding business model. So yeah, while waiting for your classmates, I'll just play this video. Uh, but before that, can you hear my voice and can you see my screen? Okay, so I think it's a yes. So I'll be sharing my screen. And I'll play the video now.
Let's now proceed to the chapter 11 of business modeling, lesson 2, the business vision, mission, goals, and performance objectives. So I guess familiar na sa inyo to kasi parang third grading pa lang dinidiscuss na natin no, on how to create the vision, the mission, and then what should be your goals and then your objectives. So etong goals and performance objectives, you can use this lesson to prepare your chapter 5, the short term, long term, and then the intermediate goals natin. So first, how should you set the vision, mission, goals, and objectives for your proposed business? And so this is just a review or realization no, kung tama yung ginawa nating mission and vision. So at the end of this lesson, we should be able to create business vision and mission statement. Next is to identify and set goals and objectives for the proposed business. So here are the following questions that we should answer. Why do the entrepreneurs need to set goals for their business? And bakit kailangan natin mag-set ng goal? No, pwede naman tayong walang goal. It's because yung goal kasi yung nagbibigay din ng direction sa business. And what will be the effect of the goals and objectives for the business? For the business are well planned. Yan. kung meron tayong goals and objectives, syempre, magkakaroon tayo ng vision kung ano yung mararating ng business natin. If masyadong um, malayo yung goal natin, 'di ba? Or masyadong um, successful yung gusto nating marating. And then yung movement or yung aggressiveness ng movement natin sa business natin, malaki din yung mga steps natin or aggressive din talaga tayo. How do business identify what they want to achieve in the future? Yan. And so, ano yung gusto nating marating in the future? So for the vision statement, is a declaration of what business wants to achieve and where it wants to be in the future. Yan. So ano ba yung goal natin? That is why lagi kong sinasabi sa inyo na pag nag-create tayo ng vision, make sure na ambitious na, no? Kasi yun yung gusto nating marating in the future. Wag yung lagi tayong maging best. And what for you comprises an effective vision statement? First is the graphic. The vision statement proposes to the market the kind of organization that the management wants to create and aspire to be. So yun, anong klaseng organization na meron kayo, and dapat ma-visualize nyo yun in the mind of the market or in the mind also of your employees. Directional, it describes the direction where the business wants to go and present plans how to move forward in the future. Yan. So, yun nga, sabi ko sa inyo, be the best business in this city or in this country. Yan. So, meron kayong direction. Ito yung gusto nyong marating. Focused, yan, specific, so that the entrepreneurs are properly guided on what to do in their resources and strategies. So yun nga, sinasabi ko rin dati na be specific. Ano ba talaga yung goal natin? Ano ba talaga yung kinikater natin? So, wag tayo maging general, let's be specific. Flexible, it allows entrepreneurs to change based on the situation in the market, technological advancement, and the customer preference. So yun, let's make sure na kino-consider din natin yung mga preferences ng customer. Feasible, yan. So, pwede naman tayo maging ambitious, but let's make sure na realistic siya and achievable. Desirable, the vision statement is clear on its reasons why the business serves its customer interest in the long run. So yun, i-make sure din natin na nag-reflect din dun yung objective natin or yung benefit na gusto nating i-offer or i-deliver sa customers natin. Easy to communicate, make sure na kahit na simpleng English lang yung gamitin natin, just to make sure na maiintindihan siya ng mga customer natin. So, make it simple lang. Yan, sample ng vision statement. Yan, to be the country's best quick service restaurant, bringing the most efficient means of providing the most delicious meals, customer service, and value to make every customer satisfied. Yan, so yung customer satisfaction, and then yung the word na providing the most delicious, and then to be the country's best quick service. Ayan yung mga keywords na dapat natin i-consider pag nag-create tayo ng vision statement. So, for the business mission statement, is a declaration that articulates the purpose of the business. A good mission statement identifies the product and services of the company and the customer needs that the business seeks to satisfy. Yan, ano ba yung purpose ng business natin? Ano ba yung mga gusto nating gawin? Yan. So ito yun, isa rin to sa tinatawag na short-term goal. While yung vision, long-term goal yun. Yan, ano ba yung mga dapat nating gawin ngayon? Purpose, the mission statement should explain why the business exists and how it satisfies the needs of its stakeholders. So yun, sa mission din natin, naka-include din yung objectives natin. Strategy, the mission statement describe the competencies of the business and its method of competing with the other organization within the industry. So again, like yung sinabi ko dati, um, uh, i-state nyo kung ano ba yung uniqueness nyo, no? Kung ano ba yung pinagkaiba nyo from the other business or other industry. Ano meron kayo na wala sila. Policies and standard of behavior. The mission statement should be transformed into everyday action. For example, if the mission includes the delivery of outstanding customer service policies and standards should be created and monitor for the consistency of the service. Yan. So, yan, isa din sa mga keywords natin is to itong mga parang may connection with the customer service. Values, beliefs of the people who work in the business. This would include the principles of the business such as loyalty and commitment and guidance on expected behavior. Yeah, for example, social media application, creating connection for everyone and helping people share ideas online. Yeah, so the vision statement directs on the future and what the business organization wants to become, while the mission statement directs on today and what the business organization does to achieve it. So yeah, for the business goals, yeah, describe what the business expect to accomplish for a certain period of time. And so we have the following short-term goals refer to the plans for business and in the near future. It can be for today, next week, next month, or within the year. Basta pag short term, within the year. While yung long term naman, syempre more than a year. Refer to the plans that the business wants to do further in the future. This usually set a minimum of 12 months. So yon, more than a year. We have also the SMART goal model. Yan, itong SMART na sinasabi na we should consider when creating our goal and also the objectives then. And the first is the specific. It should be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. Yeah, so here are the sample of short-term and long-term goals. Yan, for the next 6 months, 5% lang yung increase ng price. For the long-term goal, dapat yung income nyo, 20% na. Yan, tumaas ng 20%. For the performance objectives, refer to the targets of the business that may set on a quarterly, semi-annual, or yearly basis. Yan. So, key performance objectives. First is the quality. Yan. This is important performance objective because it presents the visual sign of what the business does. Speed relates to the turnover time of the customer for ordering a product or service up to the time they receive it. Dependability means that the customer can rely on what the business has promised and that the business can deliver on what is expected of its products. Flexibility in performance objective means changing operations to match a customer requirement. For the cost is an important factor that directly competes on rates. The lower the production cost of a customer, the lower the prices of the products. So the goals are the accomplishment of a company that usually broader in scope. However, objectives are action plans that involve shorter time periods and more specific and measurable outputs. So we have the following activities that you can consider when to gain more knowledge and test yourself. Okay, that's all for our chapter 11. Okay guys, can you hear me? Okay naman ba yung mic ko?
Yes, we can clearly hear you.
Okay, thank you. So, before we start, actually, I have invited two professionals. So, before we start our presentation, I would like to introduce you to our two professionals, Sir Drew and Sir Kim. So, Sir Drew, can you please introduce yourself kahit ano lang, brief lang, like work, kung ano yung mga naging kung ano yung current work mo, tsaka kung saan ka graduate, tas anong course. So, para ma-inspire natin yung mga students natin.
Uh, okay, good afternoon, everyone. So, I'm Drew Herangco, so you can call me Sir Drew o kaya Kuya Drew. Then currently, I'm working as a software consultant sa Accenture. So, I've been in IT industry for almost 10 years. I've graduated at Technological University of the Philippines. So I took BS computing major in computer science. So besides from working in IT, so I've tried also to academe. So I teach also senior high school students way back 2018 to 2019. So I think those are the some brief introductions from my side.
Okay, thank you so much, Sir Drew. And now let's proceed to Sir Kim. Kindly introduce yourself, kahit brief lang po. Wait lang. Yeah, I think he's having internet connection. Okay. Sir Kim, can you hear me? I think okay. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Okay. So, ayun nga. Please introduce yourself kahit brief lang. So, to inspire our students.
Ayun, so I am Joshua, Kim Joshua Cano, and I am working as vessel admin accountant at Manning Agency located at Parañaque City. So bago lang din ako sa corporate world, almost 2 years pa lang ako nag-work. But during my college days, nag-work na ako as junior accountant for almost 2 years din sa isang bookkeeping services. So yun lang. Good luck sa business plan.
Okay, so thank you, Sir Kim. So let's now proceed to our first group that will be presented by Miss Yubion. Ayan. Let me share my screen. Wait lang. Ayun. Ayan.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Naririnig po ba ako, ma'am?
Yes, naririnig ka naman namin. Ayan, i-load lang natin yung presentation niyo.
Sige po, ma'am. Kasama ko po, ma'am, si Daniela po, tsaka si Narilyn.
Okay, so good. So, parte-parte kayo. Okay, sige.
Opo.
Before we proceed to our business plan, introduce mo yung mga ka-groupmates mo. Ayun. Okay, so I guess let's start na. Go, Yubion.
Good afternoon. I am Jezabel Livion, one of the presenter of our marketing plan. My co-presenters are Narilyn Mitch de la Cruz, Daniela Angeles, and my other members are Mary Joy Bawat and Simon Josh David. Our business name is Deja Brew. Deja Brew, which is a coffee shop. Deja Brew is a coffee shop with a library where they can enjoy and sip our incomparable drinks while they're reading the books of their choice. Why Deja Brew? Why coffee shop? Napili po namin yung coffee shop kasi napapansin po namin na maraming nahihilig ngayon sa coffee. Yan dun pa nga po yung nag-trending yung paggawa ng dalgona coffee. Ganun po. Kaya po naisipan namin na yun yung gawing business. Ang tagline po namin, enjoy, sip, and relax. Deja Brew's biggest mission is to make our customers relax from their stressful life by serving them our special and tasty.
So that's all. Thank you. Okay, so good day, ACATS. Good day, ABM, GAS, and HUMES.